Before I begin, I'd like to thank Cameron, the testing talks, all my mentors and sponsors for this amazing opportunity to speak in front of you. Like Cameron said, I'm from Suncorp. I work there as a principal test engineer. I do have quite a lot of experience, around 1.5 decades of experience in testing space. I'd like to connect with you offline as well. Here is my QR code to my LinkedIn profile. With that, let's get started. I know it's post-lunch session. Most of you guys are already sleepy. I'll try my level best not to make you sleepy. With that, today I'll be presenting how we evolved our quality engineering practice at Suncorp. I'll be talking through some of the major works that we have done, our functional test automation framework, and also top 3 AI tools that we have in our quality engineering practice. I'll also deep dive into one of the recent additions for visual testing, one of the AI tools that we used. When we talk about traditional testing, what are the challenges that we face? Yeah, you can see, you can read the slide. It's boring, it's time consuming, it's prone to errors and mistakes, and it's very tedious in general. But along with that, at Suncorp, we do have another unique challenge. Most of the times, we test multiple brands. Suncorp owns different brands, and at any given point of time, our squads will be testing anywhere from 4 to 7 brands. The same core flows, we have to test our test suite. The test data set is huge. We do have multiple product types, policy types, payment frequencies. So we have to do repetitive testing. A regression testing effort is huge. So to minimize this, we always do risk-based testing. That also means that we would have missed testing some of the aspects in one or the other brand, which means our visual inconsistency slip through the brands. Also, when it comes to testing, traditionally testing always becomes bottleneck because of the huge test data set that we have. So what did we do to solve this? We started reinventing the way we look at quality. So when I talk about quality engineering, anybody here know the difference between testing versus quality engineering? Yep, fantastic. Yeah, testing is a phase in software development life cycle. We validate that whatever we are developing satisfies all our requirements, whereas quality is the core characteristics of your software product. It is what distinguishes your product from your competitors, right? So engineering that or integrating that throughout the software development cycle is called as quality engineering, and that's what we are moving towards. And how did we achieve it? I think my slide is giving a sneak peek. We started following shift left practices. That means we built several automation frameworks. We started using appropriate AI tools, and we started building automated tests which are scalable across all our brands and platforms. We also meant that with all these things, we started shifting left. We started integrating testing right from the beginning, from the requirements phase itself. This meant that our releases went on faster as well as it was safer with less number of risks. This is a summary of what we did, but how we did is our journey. So whenever we talk about moving from testing towards quality engineering, it is a big leap. So we cannot achieve that in a day or in a week. So it requires transformation at scale, right? So whenever we talk about transformation at Suncorp, we always talk about momentum, which is our enterprise-wide transformation program. This program was built on agile principles, but was tailored to our unique scale and complexity needs. It touched more than 10,000 employees across Australia and New Zealand. Suncorp is huge. So we built this based on 4 key principles, which is customer obsession, pace over perfection, empowered teams, and transparency and trust. This kind of created a workforce shift which went beyond just processes. So it reshaped our culture. It reshaped how we deliver value to our customers. It was a mindset shift from projects to products and more of platforms. With this delivery model, our delivery capacity more than doubled. We went from delivering over 100 projects a year to more than 200 initiatives every quarter. More importantly, this gave us the foundation which was needed for quality engineering practice. With traditional testing, it couldn't keep up with the speed that we were delivering value to our customers. So we had to move towards quality engineering. So this is where our practice or our chapter was formed. It was formed on several core principles, and one of them is building a culture of excellence. So excellence was no longer negotiable, but it was bare minimum standard that was required. We also involved several stakeholders, as in quality became responsibility of everybody in your squad, from developers to testers to business analysts, delivery leads and product owners. Everybody shared the responsibility, and it is just not one person or one team's responsibility. We also have a vision for future. So we invested in right tools. I'll be talking about top 3 tools that we have invested in. While building a culture of excellence, it's more than just process. We needed catalysts for our uplift. So that's where our engineering excellence and enablement streams were formed. So they looked after standardizing all of the tool set. Like I said, Suncorp is huge. There are several squads, and each squad have their own tool set. So we, as in enablement streams, they standardized our tool sets and laid out best practices and guardrails that our teams could utilize. So you can write up all the processes, best practices, but you also need a driver, a driving force. So that's where the second objective of these streams come into picture, which is about providing coaching and guidance, providing dedicated capability uplift for our squads. The third objective is having a vision for future. So future readiness, this is where our AI tools come into picture. What is the biggest invention or the first invention of mankind which made that we went from pro-man to civilized man? Anybody here? Wheel, yeah, exactly. As shown in the picture, it's wheel. And in today's world, we can compare AI to wheel, the invention as big as wheel, right? So we started investing in right tools. We also developed unified functional test automation framework. This was all built on Playwright. As you can see, it uses 3-tier architecture, which is not a new concept, page object model. I think many people spoke from morning about this. So we have separate modules for test, steps and pages. Most of them do have separate modules for test and pages when they are using page object model design pattern. But we also have a data abstraction layer in between, which is steps. So that contains the exact series of actions that you would perform. The beauty of this framework is not in the aspect that it is using 3-tier architecture or anything, but it is in the shared utilities package. So all of our squads have different testing needs, and shared utilities provide whatever we need in our squads, so that our squads do not have to reinvent the wheel. They can utilize that and start developing the test cases. These are some of the commonly used utilities. Some of our squads do need to download license agreement and test that. We do have helpers for that. We also have API and mock server integrated along with DynamoDB integration. Some of our squads do use Cucumber. So they do have business analysts in the team, and they write their test cases in Gherkin format. So we do have Cucumber integrations for that. And there are a few people who have a need to have robust assertions. So for that, we do have integration to visual testing utilities, built-in Playwright utilities, as well as Applitools ICE integration. Then we also have Jenkins and Zephyr integration. Zephyr is our test management tool. You can run these test cases like you normally do from your command line or your IDE, also from Jenkins. So you can tweak the app space in your Jenkins file that is provided by your framework, and you can run it on the Rosa pod that you want to run it on. And the results can be automatically seen in Zephyr because it automatically uploads everything to Zephyr. The results can also be seen on Jenkins dashboard, and if you are using Applitools ICE, it also provides its own dashboard. Now coming to the AI tooling that we have utilized. So I will be talking about top 3 AI tools, but before that, what AI tools have you guys used in your workplace? Copilot? Anything else? Nice. What is the difference between Copilot and GitHub Copilot? Anybody here? Okay, I'll talk about that. Playwright framework, I have mentioned that because we are using Applitools ICE here, which is a AI-driven tool. But the first one on my slide is GitHub Copilot. So what is the difference between Copilot and GitHub Copilot? Copilot is like a conversational chatbot, similar to your ChatGPT, right? You can ask questions and you can get whatever you're looking for. That's cool. Why do we need to pay for GitHub Copilot? GitHub Copilot is a paid tool. We do have enterprise license, and all of our engineers are empowered to use this. Why do we need something like GitHub Copilot? We can go ahead with ChatGPT or Copilot, right? Anybody here? Yep. Because context is king. When it comes to AI tools, context is king. GitHub Copilot, the context is not limited to what question you're asking, but you can set your context to your project level or workspace level or even module or current file level. You can control your context, right? It can scan through your code repository to provide more context-aware suggestions. It doesn't just stop there. You can pick and choose the models that you want to use, from Facebook's models to OpenAI or Anthropic models. You can utilize whatever is suitable for your needs. It also provides several built-in modes for interacting with it. Ask mode, edit mode, agent mode, all of them are supported. Along with that, we can use MCP servers. Some of them in my office have gone above and beyond, connected this to Playwright MCP server to get more context-aware suggestions. Moving on, we do have a QA agent built in, like it is a custom QA agent which was built by our chapter. It automatically scans our Jira story and generates test cases for you, manual test cases as well as Playwright automated test cases. It doesn't stop there. It can run these test cases that it has generated and automatically upload the results onto Zephyr. This is still in beta stage, so our squads are still adopting this. Moving on, we do have, this is one of the recent additions to our tool suite, which is Applitools Autonomous. So this complements our core framework, and it has assisted us in visual regression testing. Why do we need visual testing? Do you guys do visual testing at your workplace? What tools do you use if you are doing? Nice. Yeah, we do have Applitools ICE, which I spoke about, but we had a unique challenge. One of our recent releases, we were trying to upgrade the style guide version from 28 to 34, which is a major version upgrade, and it was touching each and every aspect of our UI. That's why we wanted to explore something. But before that, why do we need to do visual regression testing? We can go ahead with normal automation, right? UI automation. Yep, consistency. So we do have multiple brands, and each of them do have more than 100 screens. Like I said, our test data suite is huge. We wanted to make sure that it was working fine on all of the brands, all of the 100 screens, and all the product types that we were trying to test it on. It doesn't just stop there. At Suncorp, our whatever websites we have, it is responsive to screen size. So we wanted to make sure that it works well on all of the screen sizes, from mobile to tablet to desktop form factor. Some of the challenges that we faced when doing visual testing is, I spoke about this, high volume of test data, and whatever we test on one brand, we had to repeat it on other brands as well. So, scaling on multiple brands was an issue for us as well. There were a lot of noise and false positives that we were having with like just PDF compare or screen compare tools. So, we wanted to automate this. We also faced another issue that it was taking a lot of time during regression testing. The other tools that we had, we have a combination of manual testers and automation testers in our squads. So, whenever we think about automating something, learning curve was huge. Most of them do need to learn a new language, adapt to a new framework and start automating things. So, which will all take a lot of time. And there is also installation setup cost and test maintenance costs. So, we wanted to reduce all of these things. So, we went ahead with a tool which could provide us this capability. This is a short demo of the tool. So, here I am trying to create a test case for quote generation. So, this quote generation flow has more than 30 steps. So, normally it will take at least 2 to 3 weeks to automate this, basically because we have to validate each and every UI element in each of these screens. Each of these screens have multiple pages, as you can see, and there are different test data sets that we have to run this on. Well, this is a short demo of how I was able to automate it in less than 2 minutes. As you can see, this has a record and playback option. I am trying to record the test case, which is getting translated to English on the left hand side, and within 2 minutes I was able to create a test case for something as complex as quote generation. So, after that I was able to add assertions and scale it for other test data set. So, why we chose autonomous? First of all, like I said, it is no code test case creation. So, there is no coding involved, and it is particularly suitable for teams where there are manual testers and you want something fast and easy to set up. All of this is hosted on cloud. So, you do not need to worry about setup costs as well. It also provides, it is AI driven tool. So, it also provides auto healing capability, as in if you have any typos in your test steps, it will automatically healed or fixed by AI. It provides robust assertions, as in they do have textual and visual assertion. We wanted a tool which supports both of them, because sometimes, as you can see, first screenshot I have in the slide is visual assertion. I am comparing both the pages. In the second one, I am just comparing the optional extras field. So, we wanted something that would provide both of them. It also has advanced features like lazy loading, wait time before capturing the screenshot. I think if you have automated something, you would know like different components, especially with dynamic text and dynamic elements on the UI, it takes different time to load. So, we wanted something which would wait before capturing the screenshot. Another unique challenge that we had was we had to test the same thing on different form factors, and Autonomous provides built-in device form. So, I can write my test case once and execute it on multiple form factors. Since we moved since we were comparing it with several other tools, we wanted a tool which provides test parameterization, like similar to functional constructs what we have in other programming languages. We wanted something where we can parameterize your flows, like group multiple flows into something similar to function and then execute it wherever we wanted. So, it does provide those capabilities. After writing the test case, we always know how painful it is to debug the test case, especially the automated ones that we write. So, it provides good debugging support. The screenshot that I have attached, you can see green tick marks and orange color marks. So, when you hover over them, you can see the screenshot of what has been done at that particular step. that we felt like it was pretty handy. You can download the console logs as well, which we really liked. So, overall it was less maintenance compared to other tools. Oh yeah, it also has built-in job schedulers. We wanted a tool which integrates well with our Jenkins pipeline, because we already have a Playwright automation test framework. We also wanted the capability of a tool which has a built-in job scheduler, so that if it takes more time to integrate with our Jenkins pipeline, we can utilize the built-in scheduler. So, what did we achieve using autonomous? So, we were able to automate all of the screens, all the 100 screens that I spoke about, parameterize that to execute it on multiple test data set for a single brand in less than 2 weeks. So, all the flows we were able to automate, and then we were able to scale that on the rest of the brands. So, with this, as soon as the style guide upgrade was done, it was a less developer effort, but it was QA heavy release. So, as soon as the developers updated our style guide version, we were able to run those test cases and identify more than 120 defects in the first run itself. With this, we were able to achieve the mode of shift left testing, as in we started testing as soon as the developers started developing their code. This also meant that our CSS release went without any major regressions, because there was less risk associated with that. So, with all this, people keep asking, does testing still matters? What is your take? Like, we automated everything, does testing still matters? It does actually. We didn't replace any QA. We augmented or accelerated our process of testing. Visual automation was just one of the enablers. Testing still matters. It is similar to AI, right? So, people keep talking about AI from morning. So, will AI take away our jobs? Yes, it will definitely take away the jobs of people who don't know how to use it, but not of everybody. So, same way I think automation that we did, it accelerated our release, but didn't replace any of our existing QAs. At the end, we did sanity, functional and exploratory tests to make sure that it is working okay. The future isn't just going with one particular code based framework, it is about a combination of tools that fits your bill, whatever is your need. So, if you are facing similar issues at your workplace, I would say please evolve your testing practice, move towards quality engineering, form a center of excellence, standardize your tool set, whatever is there, and then lay out some best practices that the teams can utilize, and more importantly use AI as the accelerator, use appropriate AI tools for your testing needs. Thank you so much.